Good people, welcome to a match preview on the Hotspur News channel. And on Saturday afternoon, we take on Brighton at home. I'm not really sure what to say about this game. Obviously, Brighton in fantastic form at the minute. Beat Bournemouth 2-0 in their last game. I think it was yesterday, the day before. But Spurs, on the other hand, 1-0 up against Everton. They've got 10 men and we're parking the bus. Just says it all, really. But yeah, Spurs against Brighton. This is a big game because if Brighton win their 2 games in hand over us, they actually go above us.
They have 1 game in hand. If they win this one, they go level with us.
Oh yeah. So if Brighton win this game, they go above us, I think. So yeah, shit. But obviously I'm with Josh as always. We're going to discuss the game, which I'm really not looking forward to. Like, I'll be honest, I can't see us winning this game, unfortunately. Brighton looking really strong at the minute, really, really strong. They've got some top players in there. I think Solly March, Caicedo, a couple of very good players in there. I think they're players that are one to watch. Spurs, on the other hand, right now I can't really think of any players that are ones to watch apart from Kane, to be honest with you. But yeah, what do you think about Brighton? Because, I mean, obviously Brighton Bournemouth, 2 home games that we have to win if we want any slim chance of Champions League next season.
Yeah, definitely. I think you want to talk about Brighton. Bournemouth have been in quite good form recently. Beat Fulham, beat Liverpool. So that is, as well, a really tough game because they're fighting for their lives. But the thing with Brighton is, this is kind of a top 6 battle, more or less, because they've been fantastic this season. You've seen De Zerbi has done absolutely incredible, but I don't know. I think maybe home advantage, it may help us a little bit. But obviously, last year, with Chelsea's best ever manager, Graham Potter, they came to our stadium and beat us as well. So they do have pedigree here.
Yeah.
So it's not, to be honest, I'm more 50-50 with this one. I think we could do all right. I think obviously there's going to be quite a reaction because of all the backlash for the last 2 weeks and from the Everton game. So I hope to see a reaction. But what I found as well, we seem to start games quite well. So maybe necessarily the aim for this game is to more or less start the game well, but then try and keep that dominance and maybe calm the game a little bit more.
I think because I watched the Everton game and I thought for the first 5-10 minutes we actually looked quite good, and then we just let them back into the game, and we can't be doing that. I think if we're to win the game, we have to get an early goal. Like, that's for certain. Like, same against Nottingham Forest. Yes, I know Brighton are much better than Nottingham Forest, but like, if we're gonna win the game, we need to score an early goal or score the first goal, because we can't be coming from behind against Brighton. Like, to be honest, like,
if we lose to Brighton, then we can listen to this music next season. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's the Europa League music, right? So, like,
anyway,
okay, you're not playing it, right? So, yeah, but basically, the thing is, like, what I was going to say is, Brighton may have a weaker side compared to last season, because last season they had Cucurella, Trossard, Bissouma, but I think this season they're doing even better. It's weird. Like, I mean, Caicedo's really stepped up for them. Solly March, with top player. Also, I think their most dangerous player is one I actually want at Spurs, Mitoma. Very, very good player. So him against Porro is going to be interesting. Obviously, Emerson Royale's out for, I think, 5-6 weeks, which is disappointing considering he's been basically in the form of his life the last month or 2. But listen, I think Porro, so from what I've seen so far, Porro looks decent. So I'm looking forward to see more of him. But
on the attack, but I'm just saying, defensively, has looked a bit shaky.
I was expecting that, though. Like, people were telling me before he even joined that he's a bit shaky defensively. And to be honest, so when we played Sporting at home in the Champions League, he did get caught out of position quite a lot because he was bombing forward. But listen, that's fine. So
how old is he? He's like 23, 22?
He's 23, yeah.
We need to with that as well. When you look at it, he's quite good attacking wise. Sometimes his decisions are off, but he's 23, man. As a wing back, you're in your prime when you're like 28, 29, so he's got a long time. Whether or not he's at Spurs or not, I mean, he's going to be a really good player either way for us in the future.
Also, another Brighton player that came to mind. I've never heard of him like until the last 5-6 games. But what's his name? He's the youngster, Ferguson. Evan Ferguson. Yeah, I think I've never really heard of him until the last like 5 or 6 games. But from what I've seen, he looks dangerous as well. So listen, Brighton have got a bunch of dangerous players out there, and
Kane replacement if he leaves.
Could be, yeah. But obviously, the Everton game, the lineup we put out. Would you make any changes to the lineup?
I would. I think maybe if you were to go off a performance basis, I think I would probably take out Skip in that game because I thought Skip wasn't that good. But to be fair, he has been very good recently, so I might not be.
Yeah, no. To be honest, I think Skip, like, yes, against Everton he weren't great, but other than that, like from what I've seen from Skip since Basuma's been out, he's kind of played like the way he did before Bentancur came in, when he was like consistently starting alongside Højbjerg. I think he was, especially against Chelsea and West Ham. I think he played against West Ham as well. Like, those 2 games in particular, he looked really solid.
Yeah. Obviously, Skip isn't as good as Bentancur is in going forward and being.
Yeah, obviously not. But listen, he's done a lot better than I thought he was going to. Listen, I still think Sarr. I still think there's more to Sarr's game than Skip. But listen, like, I'm not gonna sit here and cuss Skip. Like, he's done well for us. Like, don't let one bad game against Everton like deceive you from how good he's been. But
I wanted to talk about you see with Basuma, right? Obviously, he's not going to probably play again this season. He's been a bit of a flop signing, whether you like it or not, so far. But the issue with me is, and I've been thinking this last couple of weeks, I don't think our formation and the way we play suits Basuma. Because I think at Brighton he was very good at operating in midfield 3 where he had cover. Because I think what I've watched with Basuma, he's a good ball carrier. He's a good dribbler. He can move in tight spaces, good ball carrier. His passing is a little bit off, as we've seen, but he's a bit rash as well. So I think if he got, especially being rash, I think if he got out of this game, I think he could be a very good player for us. And he probably could, in this current moment, be better than Sarr and Skip. For me, personally.
Yeah. Like obviously, right now, like if he was fit right now, I'd still start him over Skip and Sarr. But I don't think we've seen the best of Basuma yet. Which listen, he's still young as well. So listen, like, I think he's 26, 27. So listen, he's still got time. Like
24, 25.
Well, there you go then. Like, listen, like, I've seen the player he was at Brighton. Like, I trust Basuma to be a top player for us still. Like, listen, it's gonna take time, but listen, I trust Basuma. But the thing is, you can tell we've obviously just before we wrap up for the final score prediction, Leicester have revealed they want 50 mil for James Maddison. Would you pay that?
That's if they stay up, though. Best case scenario, they want 50 million. Because I don't know if they will stay up now, to be fair. Like,
listen, it's tight. It is very tight. I think there's like 4 teams on the same amount of points.
It's mad.
Like from 15th to 18th.
I think from 12th to 18th or 20th, there's 6 points. So realistically, you could be 12th with 9 games left and finish 20th. That's never happened before, isn't it? It's mad. But yeah, I think, I don't know, Leicester are one of these. I think they would, if they were to go down, they'd be the best ever club. Madison would be one of the best ever players if they relegate from them. Hands down. But I think, obviously, we have competition. You're looking at Newcastle. You're looking at us. You're probably looking at a team like Liverpool, maybe, possibly. I mean, if his price goes down, there's going to be more teams involved in it. But he's definitely a player I would take. And I think a lot of Tottenham fans, we've needed that Ericsson replacement with the set pieces, the crossing, the passing. The way he plays is very similar to how Ericsson was. And to be honest, I wouldn't say he was better than Ericsson, but his stature and his strength is probably a lot better than Ericsson's, which was his weakness. So
Yeah.
necessarily, we may find a way in which doesn't help that, but in a way, I think he definitely um, is good for me. Because I think as well, for me, if they were to get relegated, his price would definitely drop, 100%.
Mhm.
Same with you. I just think as well because I think last summer we were gonna buy him instead of Richarlison,
Yeah.
but Conte didn't want a deal. So necessarily, I think with that, I think he would have suited us a lot more than Richarlison did as a sign. Because I think he's a good Kulusevski backup. He gives good competition on both wings to Son and Kulusevski because he can play on both. And he's very good tactically because we could switch it up if we wanted to go to a 4 up front instead of a 3 up front.
Mm. Yeah, there you go. Listen, Madison's exactly the type of player we need. And I would take him in a heartbeat. But listen, we'll see what happens. So, anyways, with all that being said, final score prediction for Saturday: Spurs Brighton.
I'm gonna go with. I think with both teams how their forms going, I'm gonna go 2-0, and then we'll be playing in this next season.
2-0 Spurs.
No, 2-0 Brighton.
You going 2-0 Brighton?
Huh?
You going 2-0 Brighton?
No. That anthem's better than the Champions League one, guys. And I'm not talking about the Europa League one. I'm talking about the Conference League one.
Listen, like, because the funniest thing is, 2-0 Brighton is actually a realistic score prediction as well. Well, listen, I was thinking a draw. I was thinking 1-1. Like, listen, like, I don't think we'll lose, but I just can't see us winning the game. I mean, Brighton at the back as well. They look decent. So,
Do you know what's mad? I think we've played all the top 6, except from all the top 6 this year at home. All of them we played. I think we've lost to, I said that all the top 8. We've lost to Villa 2-0, because they're 7th now, which is quite mad. We lost to Newcastle 2-1, lost to Liverpool 2-1, and then who else did we play? We beat City, we lost to Arsenal, but City is just a guaranteed win every year. When we lost to Arsenal. So who else? Yeah, that was it. I mean,
yeah.
we do struggle against the top 6 at home. Let's be honest, we always struggle. So at the end of the day, just like Max's camera,
Yeah, what's that?
not on it all the time.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go. All right. Okay, so that's going to wrap up the match preview for Brighton on the Brighton game on Saturday. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.